What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and welcome to the Invisible House, one of the most unique pieces of architecture in the entire world. And today, we have the amazing opportunity of showcasing the interior elements, design, engineering, all in the beautiful background of Joshua Tree alongside the Tesla Cybertruck. This is a vision that I've had in my mind for quite a few years now, and I'm so happy to finally bring it to life. And I want to give a huge thanks to Fieldtrip for giving us access to this incredible place that has been meticulously designed by American film producer Chris Hanley. And I mean, there's just so much to talk about. The outside is just the beginning. But first off, we're on 90 acres of privately owned land with a mountain situated in the background. Beautiful backdrops of Joshua Tree with the entrance just a couple minutes away, and believe it or not, just about 10 minutes away from civilization. We're in a place that looks like another planet, and from driving the car around the lot, from the second that we came through the opening gates, it was just a stunning sight to see the mirrored backdrops of Joshua Tree reflecting alongside this 5,500 square foot building that is a monolithic, reflective, and ultra minimalist design that looks essentially like a tall cylinder that has been placed sideways and engineered in a way that it's able to stand out while still staying really low key to reflect on all of its surrounding without taking anything away from it. I can see why it is a house that has garnered so much worldwide attention, and it can be yours for $18 million. It is solar paneled, built eco-friendly, and also has solar reflective glass that is invisible during the daytime but transparent in the evening. While the LED lights span throughout the entire length of the building, shining through it with a 100-foot pool in the middle and a cantilever design that is sitting on a foundation 100 feet in the ground, holding up this entire place as it is hanging off and perched off in the end where the primary suite is located, give you the ultimate view from day to night of Joshua Tree. My favorite videos to make on the channel are all related to real estate and tech, and whenever it comes together, it really has me excited because we have had the incredible opportunity of touring some of the most impressive pieces of real estate in the world. And I really look forward to bringing you guys some more cinematic videos, bridging the aspect of tech, architecture, and more into videos like this. It really is a unique paradox as you go on the inside because there are a lot of design elements in both the furniture and the layout that speak to how it tries to be a few things at once in the best way possible. If you guys enjoy videos like this, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on this video, and leave a comment down below as to what your favorite feature of this house is. And I also have a separate video of the Tesla Cybertruck coming up in this beautiful area. And so without further ado, and without any further introduction, let's go ahead and show you guys inside the Invisible House. So here we are in the main element of the space. The star of the show in the Invisible House is the 100-foot pool that spans the entire center length of this house. It really aligns with all of the vertical elements and long runs of the space, and it just has a nice juxtaposition when it comes to water in the desert. This house was built from the pool up. It started with an outdoor pool before all of the glass elements were built up around it, and this is where everyone will really spend their time hanging out, and I just imagine it being such an incredible place to host a nice party in the desert, as well as for events that companies host as well. But what's so cool about it is that throughout the times of day, the light just hits different. We're here in the afternoon now, and you can see the light just shines right through, and while you relax on the couch, hang out with your friends, play a game of chess, or just enjoy this pool. And during the daytime, it's just amazing to be able to enjoy the elements of this private land. As the night comes around, you can really see the stars, but also create a mood by changing the lighting in both the pool and the surroundings of the building. As you guys know, I really love a modern glass design, as well as vertical lines and symmetry. And so as we walk along this entire span, a 100-foot pool inside of a house is just absolutely crazy and something that I've never seen before and probably won't ever see again. The furniture is also so linear, low-hanging to go along with a lot of the unique elements of this place, and it really embraces the minimalism as well. There aren't too many visual distractions, and the flow of the house just carries you all the way through to the kitchen and the primary suite. As we look out the window and see their Cybertruck pull up beside, it really just gives you the feeling of the future. And with the polished concrete, clean lines and monochromatic colors to go with the monolithic exterior design. There just isn't many things to distract the eye aside from what matters, and that is the view, and in this case, the pool. So I want to give a huge thank you to Fieldtrip for giving us access to this place. For those who are interested in booking the Invisible House, you can go ahead and book directly from Fieldtrip, who are a luxury, design-focused, curated vacation rental company that have selected some of the most unique properties in places in California, including Joshua Tree. It is my very first time in Joshua Tree, and with such an incredible property, Fieldtrip has done an amazing job setting this up for an awesome experience, whether it is for your next group vacation or event. They combine the quality of thoughtful curation of your favorite hotel with the privacy, comfort, and ease of a home. It really allows you to access some incredibly unique properties, and I feel like this is honestly the best example of it, and it was on the Netflix show for good reason. Fieldtrip offers a refreshing take on hospitality at each of the Joshua Tree vacation rentals. And we not only had the opportunity to stay at the Invisible House and really experience it from a living perspective, but also stay at another one of their beautiful places in Joshua Tree with the team. When booking this place, you have access to their dedicated hospitality, concierge, and experience curation team, as well as 24/7 guest support. And as soon as we stepped into the place, it was perfectly clean and just such an incredible experience. I've actually followed them for quite a few years, and I've always been really fascinated by all of the different places. And as someone who wanted to visit such an incredible place like Joshua Tree for so many years, I figured that with the Cybertruck and its actual delivery and opportunity to drive it, this was the perfect time, and this was also the perfect house. So I want to give a huge thanks to Fieldtrip for hosting us, and I'm going to drop a link down below if you're interested in booking this place. So welcome to the kitchen. This right here is a Buffy kitchen, and it embraces the minimalistic elements of the place with the combination of just a flat white finish, light stone colors that are also reminiscent of what you're going to find in some of the beds, as well as metal fixtures. It is a commercial sized kitchen that is really good for hosting, as you have this whole span that goes all the way down with convenient heights, as well as some interesting accessories such as this. As we move over, all of the appliances are Miele. You've got an induction stove, dual sink, as well as all integrated appliances that also carry over to the Sub-Zero Wolf fridge. And I love how connected this whole space is. This house is just completely open to the point where you can see it from end to end, and from the kitchen itself, you can really enjoy the company of everyone in the pool, hanging out, while also enjoying the view for yourself in this little corner as you're preparing your next meal. So now we've arrived at the star of the show, the stunning primary suite that shares the whole open concept of this entire place into its own private area nestled into the front of the Invisible House. As you drive up the hill and see this house, this room is front and center in front of it, and has the most incredible view of the Joshua Tree Desert facing the direction of the national park. But most of all, you get to just wake up to the most stunning view that I've ever seen. It almost feels like you're camping in the desert in the way, with the way the bed is laid out, and there are so many details to talk about when it comes to the furniture as well as the idea behind this. In the middle of the suite is the bathtub that actually fills up from the bottom, and it just sits right here as the star of the show. The emptiness around it just makes it feel so special, and at the same time, the shower is actually just tucked into the corner right here. I think what is so unique about this house is that because it sits on such a large lot, it is able to be invisible and visible at the same time. During the daytime, the house is completely invisible from the outside, but in the evening, if some lights are on, you can actually see through it, and it's like just really unique glass box sitting in the middle of a dark desert. The sheer size of this house is displayed in the size of these cantilever beams, and with this aspect of the house hanging off of its main structure that has been supported 30 meters into the ground, you can see these strong beam elements in all its glory down the hallways that travel into the primary suite. So this is the view that you get to wake up to in the primary suite of the Invisible House. Perched at the very end of the house, you have the best view of all. And I mean, this is definitely one of the most unique primary suites that I've seen, because the bathroom and the bedroom is completely exposed and open concept. I mean, even the bed itself is translucent. It is 2 tons and it came all the way from Italy and actually had to be craned into the space. And just like everything else in this place, it is a work of art of its own. It's the most unique bed that I've slept on, and with the 3 levels and the dual layered of glass, it looks fragile, but it absolutely isn't. And when it really comes to picking the furniture and deciding what is able to showcase the light shining through the unit as best as possible, this is an extreme scenario. You can see through the raw concrete that translates throughout the entire space, and you have this beautiful area that you can just sit and relax and look up to the pile of rocks that is located on this side of the house. Having the option to open up the glass doors front and center, I've tried my best to come up with words to describe what it's like to wake up to this view in the last few days. My dream house is one like this in the snow mountains where you're just surrounded by glass and so far away from everything that you can literally walk around your house completely naked and not have to worry about anybody seeing anything because you're kind of in your element element. And that is what I would describe what it's like to wake up and live in the primary suite of the Invisible House. So let's talk about some of the tech inside the Invisible House, but also what went into the actual build and materials that makes this just as unique as the design itself. So for starters, it is a 225-foot building, and it features glass all the way around, and it almost looks like the entire house is encased from the inside out. The glass, in fact, took over a year to ship and install in the desert, and it costed over $700,000 for the glass alone, which at the time of build, the house started its construction in 2013 and was completed in 2019. The glass itself, though, is also very unique. And even though it might look like it is really bright inside right now, as soon as you open up the window, you could just imagine in the desert the amount of natural light and harsh sun that is just flowing in. Has all been well managed by this glass because the glass itself is a heat reflective solar cooled glass that filters ultraviolet rays and infrared frequencies to really protect from all of the harsh elements outside. There are also tons of humidifiers, dehumidifiers thanks to the pool in here, as well as air conditioning units that have been spanned all the way throughout alongside the LED lights. And the LED lights itself are also very unique. They're strategically placed throughout the space to give you a nice ambient light element in the daytime and the nighttime. And you can see there's one that span all the way throughout the entire length of the Invisible House, and also ones that go from certain lengths to the other from the vertical elements that highlight certain features of the house. They're all smart controlled, and you can really pick all the different light colors on the spectrum down to the pool as well. The roof also features an eco-friendly foam insulation, and the solar panels are connected to 3 13 kilowatt Powerwall batteries to be able to power the house and keep it as off the grid as possible and self-sustaining. So essentially the way that it works is that it utilizes the heat from the desert to heat elements that it needs to, such as the pool and the home when required, because it does get pretty cold in the desert at night. But the power that is used to run the air conditioning units and keep the house cool during the daytime are actually powered by the solar panels. And there's also capacity for 3 car charging ports for a video like this, which just makes so much sense. There's also water filtration, Orsini HEPA filters for dust, bacteria, and virus. And the internet is also fittingly powered by Starlink to be able to get access to connectivity while you're in the desert because there's minimal cell reception here. So thank you guys so much for joining me of the tour in the Invisible House. And it really is unique. In a lot of ways, it is a piece of art, and it's essentially a skyscraper block that has been placed horizontally in the middle of the desert and suspended upwards. And the way that it is angled, the amount of over-engineering that has gone in, the crazy features, to the unique architecture in a landscape that already speaks for itself. This is definitely one of the most interesting videos that I've had the opportunity to make in my career, and this is one of those creative episodes that we've wanted to do for quite a while. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know if there are any other crazy properties that you would like to see, because I'll try my best to create a video of that. But let's go ahead and hop in the car because it's time to head back to the airport. So if you guys enjoy videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and leave a comment down below as to what you find most unique about this property. And if you want to learn more or even book it for yourself, you can book it directly from Fieldtrip, and I'm going to drop a link down below. They have some incredibly curated luxury vacation rental properties, specifically in Joshua Tree and surrounding areas. And so if you want to visit Joshua Tree in the most incredible way possible, make sure you go ahead and check them out.